Hi everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Quest XI, I remember. Anyway, so last time out, we had Sylvando rejoin the party officially. He's now part with us again, and we're heading off to Gondolia. We accepted a couple of side quests that we can do earlier on. So, what are we doing this part? Well, at the moment what we're doing is we're heading off to complete a side quest. In terms of the enemies you can face in this area, this is an area obviously we've been to before. There isn't really anything, like in all honesty, there isn't really anything too new here, like new enemies or whatever. You've got these new versions of the Hawk Knights, kind of the vicious Hawk Knights, but nothing really new there. So yeah. So where we need to go is... Fuck, didn't want to fight him. So yeah, what I'm doing at the moment, what I was doing there, actually, there was a cut. I was looking around for a while to see if there was anything for me to grab. Plus, also, I thought the thing I was looking for was in this area, but it's not. Basically, we need to head into Laguna di Gondolia. We need to head into this place. We were here earlier on in the game when we first got to Gondolia, the Grotta della Fonte. No new enemies, by the way. But in the Grotta, this was where we got the special water to create the nectar to get the boy's voice back, the son of the mayor of Gondolia. So yeah, we want to head into, it's basically the central, I think it's like the central area, and here it is, this gold little patch. And we get a chunk of rainbow rock salt, which was the side quest given to us in Phenomenon. There you go, I remembered. I didn't need to wait for that to tell me. So yeah, now that we've got it, oh, there's also another quest that we can accept here. So basically, there's something that the lanterns drop. So he wants to make lanterns. The only way you can do that is to take on enemies called Brollygaggers. These are in the immediate area outside of Phenomenon, so you can. It's pretty easy to get done. Sorry. However, they only appear during the day, and they only appear when it's raining. So this is where you have to use the cows to find out when it's going to rain, so you can find the fight these enemies. Just fight them once, you get the item required, and then you're done. So it's pretty nice and easy. I don't know if I do that this part or whether I have to wait for... I don't know whether I do it immediately or whether I wait and go off and do other things first. My apologies. My nose is acting up a bit today. So anyway, we get 10 mithril ore for that, which is a pretty rare crafting item. So, yes, here we are. So we're doing it immediately. So once it rains, you'll face off against these. These are Brollygaggers. They don't really hit super hard. They're not that difficult. Oh, what was I doing? And they're not particularly strong defensively either, but the one thing which they are a bit annoying about is that they have different, like... they have different, they have, like, all-encompassing kind of wind magic. Which are, you know... which, you know, doesn't really hit super hard. It's just a bit of a pain. And as for the cheetah, again, he is just a recolored version of another enemy that we faced earlier. Hits harder, more defensively solid, and can cast Fizzle, which stops you from being able to use magic. But other than that, it's really no big deal. The cheetahs, they're pretty easy to deal with in the end. And boom, a length of rainproof rayon. So now we can head back to yeah, and I'm a lazy bastard. So now we're going to head back to Phenomenon, and we're going to give the old man his sorry, horsey. We'll give the old man his rainproof rayon. A lot of the side quests you can kind of do as you go along, like pretty much immediately, but there are a decent amount where you have to kind of accept it and then kind of wait until you go to that area again. I guess you could if you've in the first half of the game when you've got zoom points all over the place, it's a lot easier to do things as they come up. But in the second half, you have to re-get all the warp points again, so it's kind of annoying in that regard. Anyway, now that we're done with all that, we're now making our way to... no, Sandopolis from Sonic 3. It's the sand area. I can't remember the name of it at the moment. It's... oh, God. My brain, it's gone to shit, dude. We'll see it soon. We'll see it soon, and then I can say what the name is. I can't fucking remember. So yeah, in terms of the enemies here, they're the same. In fact, I don't think there are any vicious versions either. They're all just regular versions of enemies. So yeah, really kind of pointless. Gallopolis, there we go. Fucking hell, how did I not remember that? So yeah, we're heading to Gallopolis. Time to dismount. What are you looking at, buddy? What the shit? I don't know what they're talking about. Fucking idiot. Alright, moving on. I don't know why I got off my horse here. Do you know what I think it was? I think I thought I had to speak to somebody here. But no, you don't. You can just move on. But yeah. As you go through, it is best to... Ah! Hi, Tockle. Give me your password, bitch. Like I say, I'm not doing the Tockle side quest, but might as well show you where you can get all of the coloured Tockles if you want to do this thing. Do this side quest. I don't think there's really much of a point to it, to be honest. It's just for 100% completion, if you want to do that. Anyway, so now that we've done that, yeah, I was just going to say, you should really save, or go to as many of the fire places as you possibly can, the campsites, just to make sure that you get a load of different warp points. And we found a desert rose. That this was an item which the girl wanted in, yeah, the grieving woman wanted in Gondolia. So since I've already saved at that campsite, let's head back to Gondolia and get this side quest finished. But it's also a reason why this is also the reason why you should just accept these quests as you go along, even if you can't do them immediately, because usually the where you need to go for story progression usually takes you to the place you need to. Usually takes you to the place where you'll get the items to complete the quest. Sorry. relatively quickly, so it's well worth doing it as you're going, I suppose. So let's talk to her and hand over the flower. There we go. Hear the voice of my lover speaking to me. And we receive a happy hat. It's an item. It's fucking hell. It's armor, but basically, I try and remember what it increases. It's not really much use, to be honest. I never really use it, which is why I never memorize like what the point of the thing is. But yeah.
Erdwin's lantern descends towards Gallopolis.
So here we go. We're in Gallopolis. And Erdwin's lantern is something you would have noticed in the overworld if you looked up into the sky. This giant orange orb in the sky. This is Erdwin's lantern. Basically, this was always hovering over Gallopolis, but it was much higher up. And it was basically just something that's always been there since the time of Erdwin, the first hero. Sorry. And there's this prick. Who are you, little man? Apparently we're the only ones who can see him, because he's crawling up Rab like some sort of evil-looking cat. Yeah, so that was basically there. So it's always been there, but just at this point it started to descend closer, and so the Lord of Shadows rise basically caused Erdwin's lantern to descend. And Erdwin's lantern actually, in this second third of the story, it doesn't really play into anything too much. It's just an event that happens as you head to Gallopolis. But in the third part of the game, but in the third part of the game, it does become like a major part of the plot, which we will see later on. So yeah. So in order to find out what's going on, we have to head into the palace to see what the Sultan says. So that's where we're going next. I don't think there are any side quests here yet. I think the side quests in Gallopolis appear. I think there's one, to be honest with you. But it appears after you've completed the story stuff to do with Erdwin's lantern, which it doesn't really take too much time at all, to be honest with you. So let's head up to meet the Sultan and see what the fuck's going on.
My boy, please.
And here's
reckless heroics will get you killed.
Here's the Sultan's son, Prince Faris. Remember him? He was a bit of a twat earlier. It's kind of interesting, actually, to see him in the second section of the game, because in the first section of the game, he was very much like the coward who was trying to pretend like he was some big shot hero. In this second third, which is it's kind of interesting that he's now kind of the opposite, where he's way too what's the word I'm looking for? He's way too brash and kind of jumps into danger without really thinking about it. So he's kind of gone. He kind of has the opposite problem now. Kind of jumping in with both feet before he's checked to the depth of the water kind of thing. But there we go. There we go. So yeah. And again, I kind of like this as well, that we get to see him talking to Rab and discussing about how he feels guilty about
Come on, Your Majesty.
what happened, with,
This is more than
accepting
He's
the
one who
stuff
possessed
about the
King
Luminary
Chameleon
being
and caused
evil
all
and
this chaos. This is down
how
to
King
him,
Carnelian kind
no
of
one
deceived
else.
everyone. Although it's not King Carnelian.
Robert.
But you know what I mean. I kind of like
Now,
that they
listen,
have a little.
we need
They have to have a
talk
little
about
bit of
that
a
star.
acknowledgement
Edwin's
of
lantern falls much
um,
further. Gallopolis is done for.
the Sultan's kind of
What do you know
fault in
about
this, and not in just accepting that the Luminary is kind of evil and all that kind of thing.
With investigating its origins, but they have discovered nothing.
So yeah, the Sultan has basically sent his finest scholars to investigate Erdwin's lantern to see what the fuck's going on.
My son claims to have
However, they can't really seem to find anything, and I think they're all a bit scared to kind of go close to the lantern to kind of find out what's going on. But Prince Faris reckons that he sees runes on the side of Erdwin's lantern. So he's gone to the desert, in the Celestial Sands, in order to investigate it thoroughly, so he can see what the runes actually say and whether they can figure out what's going on from that, basically.
I see. Reckon we'd better go and take a good look at
So of
these
course you know what this
runes
means, don't you? Rab
Shall
wants
we
to take
head
a
out
look at the
after
runes
the prince?
himself, and we also have to make sure that Prince doesn't act like doesn't do anything too fucking stupid. So yeah, now we're heading off. And again, you kind of see that Gallopolis is in also in bad shape after Yggdrasil fell. But anyway, that's going to be it for this part. Join me next time for the next part of Dragon Quest XI, when we will be going off to the Celestial Sands to investigate Erdwin's lantern and to stop Prince Faris from doing something stupid again. So yeah, see you next time.